Kiss 107 with Jerry J. Now, before I tell you who's in the studio with me, which I'm sure pretty much everybody already knows, a lot of people ask what the J stands for with Jerry J. And actually, I feel comfortable telling them now because you're here and you can confirm it.
I can.
I am a Jonas brother.
There you go.
Yeah.
Jerry Jonas.
Yeah, Jerry Jonas. But I'm not musically talented at all. So what happened was I got kicked out of the family, and they said, you go play music, and they took my onus.
There you go.
That's it. So that's how we got here. The guy's voice that you hear over there, that's my brother. That's Joe Jonas. Welcome to the studio.
What's up, man?
Everybody give a big round of applause to Joe. Woo!
I'm very excited.
Yeah, right?
They're like, oh, this guy.
Most asked question on Facebook today was, and I said, you know, what do you want to ask Joe Jonas? Which everybody does this. Every station that you go to says, I got some fans asking questions. I'm asking you the real questions that they're asking on Facebook.
I love it. That's great.
What does Joe Jonas smell like?
Wow.
And the answer, because I know you're not going to tell me.
The ocean.
The ocean. He smells like oranges and the ocean.
I smell like orange sickles.
By the way, if you want to see any of this,
I smell like creamsicles.
Kiss107.com, are you a fan of creamsicles?
Absolutely.
I heard you're a fan of food.
Who isn't?
Well, I mean, yeah, most people are a fan of food. We could answer that question a few different ways. But are you a cooker? Do you like cooking?
Yeah, I love cooking.
Really?
I love to cook.
So you're the chef. You're Chef Boyardee Joe.
Chef Boyardee Joe.
Favorite meal to make? Joe Jonas's favorite meal to make?
Fish tacos.
Really?
Yes.
Is that your first date meal?
Have you had fish tacos?
I haven't had your fish tacos, no.
Well, then you've got to come over.
I was kicked out of the family. You took my illness.
Get over there. There's actually already a Jerry Jonas, though.
Is there a Jerry Jonas?
Nicholas Jerry Jonas.
Really?
Yes.
I did not know about this. I'm learning new things right now. Listeners,
you didn't even know about your own brother.
Can you believe this? Shouldn't have kicked me out of the family. That's all I'm trying to say.
That's why we haven't invited you to Christmas in so many years.
Have you ever Googled yourself?
Yes.
When's the last time you Googled yourself?
I Googled myself after the Jimmy Fallon performance I had on Wednesday.
Exactly.
So just for the news stuff. I want to be able to watch.
Right.
You know.
Not
like I don't Google it. Though I sometimes have Googled it and laughed because you know, like Wikipedia, anybody can just sign in and write whatever they want.
Whatever they want about
and you'll like read stuff that's like pretty normal, and then once in a while you see something like he landed on the moon when he was 16 and was the first performer to ever play there. It's like, okay, some things are a little strange.
Joe doesn't use the bathroom.
Yeah, Joe doesn't use the bathroom on Tuesdays.
So, the Jimmy Fallon performance. When you watched yourself on Jimmy Fallon, what did you think? Are you mean to yourself?
I haven't watched it yet.
You didn't watch it.
I was about to, and then I didn't load on my phone, so I'm like, I'm not gonna watch it, just because I don't like. I bet it's for you, like maybe listening to yourself back on the radio. You're always finding yourself critiquing yourself, or like you're like, oh, why did I say that?
I never listen to myself.
Why did I do that? So I don't really try to watch myself unless somebody wants me to, or I watch it with friends. Like,
right.
But I prefer not to.
You did great, by the way.
Well, thank you very much.
For anybody that doesn't know, Joe was on the Jimmy Fallon show. This was your first solo performance on national TV.
Yeah, on national TV, and they can YouTube it if they want. Yeah. They can tell me how it is because I'm not going to watch it.
How different is it? Do you feel like you're starting over without your brothers?
It is like starting over, man. Yeah. It's so crazy. I'm visiting all the stations that I've gone to when I was like 15, 16 years old, and coming back, and it's like starting over, but it's exciting. Having their support going into this project means a lot to me, and having the fan support and seeing the same fans. Like, I just met a fan outside who had a Jonas, like a tattoo that I guess I don't even remember, but I wrote a note for her, and she ended up like tattooing it on her back.
Seriously?
She's downstairs, or now she's driving to the next city to meet us there.
Is this normal for you, that you'll go city to city and you're like, how are you beating my plane? You're driving a Volvo.
Oh, it's honestly like they'll literally be like the same people in cities there before us. So I'll show up to like a hotel and they'll be there, or I'll show up to the airport and they'll be there. And I'm like, how do you
How's
know?
this happening?
First of all, how do you know where I'm gonna be before I know where I'm gonna be?
Who's putting this schedule out?
Yeah, who's leaking this?
Dave, where's Dave? Is Dave putting the schedule out to everyone?
It's probably Dave.
It's on his Facebook page.
What do you think he's doing right now?
Yeah, that's what he's doing. He's updating right now. Getting ready to leave Kiss 107.
He loves his Facebook.
How do you feel when you walk into a room, because this happens a lot for you. You walk into a room and women start crying immediately. When do you get used to that? Or do you ever get used to that?
That is just like kind of like you don't know if it's a good or bad thing still to this day. Like, and after like, if I take a break and like go on vacation with my family or just go on vacation with my buddies or just take some time off and go back into it, like you hear screaming or like people are running down the street screaming, you're expecting like a giant like dinosaur or a monster to come around the corner and start knocking down buildings. It's like, it freaks me out. I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, oh, God.
Oh, that's right. It's me.
Never get used to it.
It's just me. Never mind. It's just me.
But it's a funny thing, like, that people cry when they see you rather than just be excited. It's
Excited
like,
to see you.
oh, no!
I was weeping, standing by the elevator waiting for you. Actually, when you got a couple quick questions. Number one, how often do you call your mom?
Good question.
Oh.
How often do I call my mom?
You should see the guilty look he just got on his face when I asked him that question.
I should be calling her more often. You know, I think I'm so busy, but we text a lot. My mom's like an official tweeter now.
Really?
She tweets quite a lot.
Do you ever have to tell your mom, don't tweet that about me?
Oh, it's funny. Me and my brothers, like, I love my mom to death.
Right.
We'll catch her once in a while. Like, she'll pull her phone out and she'll be like, "All right, guys." She'll be like, "All right, smile." And we'll be like, "Mom, are you about to tweet this?" And she's like, "No, I just want to, it's a
family portraits, Joseph.
Yeah, exactly. She's like secretly tweeting it away.
How often do you call your brothers? Is that a texting thing? Because that's how three brothers too.
Yeah, like texting is what we do the most. But I talk to my brothers probably either every other day or every few days. We talk on the phone.
That must have been weird. Growing up, you guys are on tour. You're everywhere together. Like I said, I have three brothers. Did you guys ever get into an argument before you went on stage?
Oh yeah. Oh, of course.
What was the best one?
And then we would always. Luckily, there's three of us. If there was two of us, it would have been horrible.
Oh yeah, it would have been murdered.
We would have just been like taking it out on each other once in a while. But we like had one show a while back where we were mad at each other on stage the whole time, and it just didn't go over well. So we're like, all right, if we're ever in a fight, and we like kept trying to like trip each other or like push each other, and we were really mad. And so we're like, if we're ever in a fight, before we go to stage, we have to resolve it, or like just say like, all right, let's just focus on what we gotta do, and then go do a show.
Right.
Because nobody really in the audience knows what's going on, and people feed off your energy. The band that we travel with feeds off the artist's energy, and if you get on stage kind of like bumming out, like they're just gonna play like they're not gonna play full out. So you gotta really just.
It was the weirdest thing. Joe kept tackling Nick. It was the strangest concert I've ever been to.
It looked like he was trying to punch him in the face.
It was just weird. Make sure, my advice for you before we finish up the interview, make sure you do not tweet naked pictures of yourself. Because everyone is getting, this is the thing that everyone's doing, and you're way too handsome. They're going to get hacked. So make sure you're not tweeting naked pictures of yourself. I know you're away from your lady a lot. Thank you for the advice. Yeah, absolutely.
I don't have a lady.
You don't have a lady?
No.
Wait a second. Wait a second. We were going to talk about this in the other room. I heard that you were dating a Victoria's Secret model.
That is a great compliment, but
yeah. I'm not dating a Victoria's Secret model. Really? So Joe's single right now?
Yes, I'm single.
Release the hounds. Joe's single.
That'd be awesome, though.
Yeah. So listen, one more thing. The album. Let's talk about the album.
Okay, yeah,
I didn't even get to the album. See You No More.
Yeah, See No More.
See No More. Is that a song you and Chris Brown wrote together? Yeah. Is that song about anybody specifically? Because we have a lot of artists, maybe some that you know, that kiss and tell out of school, I guess you could say. They're like, oh, this song I wrote about blank and blank and blank. Not that you have to say any names, but is that song written, did you have someone in your brain?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I always pull from personal experiences when I write songs, and kind of like you said, like, I don't love to say who I write songs about, just because I love people to be able to go, you know what, I relate with that even more than
exactly.
Because some of the greatest songs say, have people's names. I mean, you think about songs like Chelsea, like that has somebody's name in it, and it's like one of the greatest songs of all time.
Right.
But when it's like, say for instance, there's a song that made just for me as an artist, I love listening to music that I go, oh, I can relate with that because it's something I've gone through. I try to write like that too for the audience.
Absolutely.
So, but definitely was a personal experience. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, and most of the songs on the album, I guess we can say.
Yeah, it's there's only about 2 songs that I didn't write on the album.
Okay.
I wanted to really force myself to write honest lyrics, which was different because I was totally by myself this time, as you're aware, like without my brothers. So to do that on my own it's a completely different change. But it was exciting, of course.
Right.
But when I do something like that, I had to like put the pressure on myself. Okay, like when you write these songs, go full out. Don't really hold anything back, and just all the personal, the good, bad of relationships I've gone through, just putting them in words.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Well, thank you for joining us in the studio this afternoon.
Thank you. Great interview.
And if you guys want to see Joe in the studio, just log on to kiss107.com and click on Jerry. All right, now we'll just record